What's going on, guys? Yankee Cowboy back for another video. I want to make a quick video today on a topic that comes up a lot in the comments. When I do a review of a gun or a firearm, people will jump in the comments and say, how come you don't carry a Glock? It holds 15+1. How come you don't carry this particular gun? It holds 18+1. I agree. I'd rather have higher capacity, but being a law-abiding citizen in my state, I'm handcuffed to 10+1. 10 rounds in the gun only. It's a restrictive state. You are allowed to carry one in the throat, so take advantage of that. But I do agree, I'd rather have more capacity if I could. But it's not a deal breaker, and I'm going to tell you why. All right, so what most people are forgetting is you're not going to get into this big gunfight. I don't know, people play a lot of Call of Duty or watch too many Westerns. You're not going to get into a huge gunfight where you're going to try and take out the enemy. The whole goal in any situation, whether it be you get carjacked, you get stuck up, an active shooter, your whole goal is to get to safety. And if you have a gun that has 6 rounds, guess what? You're going to use those to your best ability to get to safety. That's the main thing. You're trying to get to safety. You're not getting into a huge gunfight. And I think people neglect to realize that. Another key thing people forget is that criminals don't train with their guns like we do. I train with my gun to do quick reloads, target acquisition, shooting from behind cover, the whole bit. Criminals, they don't even know how to operate their guns half the time. They buy them on the street with a 30-round mag or something in it, and guess what? They carry it around. They don't even know how to operate the damn thing. And if anybody knows anything about handguns, they're not super accurate. I mean, you're talking about most guns, compact, subcompact, it's got a 3-inch barrel, maybe a little over. They're not super accurate. So give somebody who's unexperienced a gun versus someone like myself or somebody who trains all the time. Guess who's going to win that gunfight? Pretty easy. The guy who trains. So my point is, training is key, and criminals just don't train with their guns like we do. So the whole thing of capacity, it's kind of not a big deal for me, because in the summertime, I'll carry a gun, my P938. I carry it with 7+1, and I carry a backup 8-round mag. So I'm comfortable with that because I train with my gun. And again, you're trying to get to safety. So magazine capacity isn't the most paramount thing for me. So again, guys, the whole thing with this capacity, it kind of gets ridiculous. I get a lot of people, like I said, down in the comments, and they'll be like, oh, why don't you carry this? Why don't you carry that? Carry what's comfortable for you, what you train with, what you feel comfortable with. Because at the end of the day, you're the one that's got to defend your life, your family's life. So if you're comfortable with carrying whatever you have, that's all well and good for you. But for me, like I said, I train with what I have and what I can use in my state. Again, restrictive state, I'm handcuffed to 10 rounds, so it is what it is. Carry a backup mag. Do your training, do your own due diligence, because at the end of the day, the cops aren't going to save it. It's going to be you to defend yourself and your family. So you got to train and do what you can with what you have. So again, the whole thing of this magazine capacity, I mean, I've said it in the comments 100 times. I try to tell people I'm in a restrictive state. You know, I'm not a criminal. I'm not going to go out and buy a 30-round magazine illegally. I don't need it. You're trying to get to safety. You're not going to have this big shootout like everybody thinks. Everybody thinks, oh yeah, well, what if there's multiple attackers? That's great. There could be 10 of them. You're trying to get to safety. All you're trying to do is get yourself to safety. And people need to remember that. You're not going to sit there and try and eliminate the threat. So if you're trying to do that and trying to be the hero, it's not going to pay off in the end, guys. Either legally or health-wise. I would just try and get yourself to safety. That's all you're trying to do. If you take any classes or training, you're just trying to get yourself to safety. So this whole magazine thing, I feel like I needed to make this video because, like I said, I get so many people, whether it be on social media or down in the comments, are just so henpecked on carrying high capacity magazines, which I don't even like to use that term. They're not high capacity. Whatever the gun comes with from the factory, that's what it should be. I'm just unfortunately in a handcuffed state. And I'm not saying this from a standpoint of being mad that I'm in a restrictive state. I just had to adapt to what, they dictate for law. Unfortunately, it is the way it is. And again, I'm okay with it because at the end of the day, just trying to get to safety, and that's the main thing. But I'd like to know what you guys think. If you were to get in this situation, are you going to try and shoot it out, or are you going to try and get to safety? Do you really think you need that many bullets to get yourself to safety? I want to know what you guys think in the comments down below. And again, absolutely, I'd rather have more. But there's no laws on how many mags you can carry. So do your mag changes, train with that. And if you got 3 or 4 mags on you, you could stay in the fight if you needed to. But let me know what you guys think. I want to know what you guys think in the comments down below. Are you guys in a free state where you can carry whatever you want? Let me know that in the comments as well. Because again, I'm handcuffed in Connecticut to 10 rounds, 1 in the throat. 11 rounds is all we got. So got to work with what you got. All right, guys, again, leave something down in the comments. Let me know what you guys think. Slap a like on the video, and we'll see you guys in the next one.